Hello, hello, hello. Let's try this again. Anybody out there? Can y'all hear me? Can you see me? Hello, hello, hello. What's happening, folks? What's happening, folks? Wow, wow, wow. All right, that's the first time right there. That is a first time. I checked and everything was like normal, except for uh, I saw no numbers. I saw nothing in the chat. All right, so I deleted that complete broadcast, that complete episode, and started a new one. I've shot it out to the two guests that we have, and Mr. Straughter is back on here. Uh, was audio and everything missing? Now I'm talking to you guys in the chat. Was audio and everything missing? We're gonna start back from ground zero just in case. All right, so Judge, how are you doing, Judge Firewalker? Good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys uh hanging out through the mishap. Lance, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So, folks, I am here with Neil Big Mr. Straughter. And many of you have seen him over the years on some of the food challenges competitions on TV. Restaurateur, entrepreneur. Uh, I did not want to take from him, and I started to. So I'm going to let Neil once again introduce himself. Now that we're able to see and hear, like usual. What's happening, Neil?
Oh man, they missed a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah,
We just overpowered the channel. That's
yeah.
what it
I
was.
guess we did.
I'm for those of you who don't know, I'm Neil Straughter, Big Mister of Big Mister's Barbecue. Um, I've been barbecuing since I think 2004 is when I first started. Um, didn't come from a family of barbecuers. I didn't have recipes and things like that, so I had it's all me. Over the years. Um, you've probably seen me on shows like Barbecue Pit Masters, Ultimate Barbecue Showdown. I did Man Fire Food and the Great Food Truck Race, stuff like that. Um, we had a couple of restaurants in Long Beach, California. Big Mister's Barbecue and Sandwich Shop, and we had Big Mister's Morning Wood. we we can talk about that a little later. We'll get there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's I've had an incredible barbecue journey. I've met people from all over the world, and I feel really lucky and really blessed to have gotten into this hobby, sport, passion, whatever you want to call it.
Well, man, once again, I really appreciate you accepting this invite. I'm honored that you did, and we're looking forward to an awesome hour or so of conversation. And like we mentioned earlier, just like you know, I started the same way, man, with the barbecue pit masters, and then growing my knowledge base, growing my skill set to where I am. And I'm not trying to sound pompous or anything because I'm nowhere near a complete cook. You know, I'm nowhere near an expert in any one area. I
You're
think
not
I do
pompous if
quite,
it's true.
yeah, yeah. I think I do quite a few, quite a number of things well. But
Mhm.
there's just so much more to learn, and man, I love speaking to individuals like yourself who have a quality resume, you know, that we can point to. Now, as I think where we got cut off earlier, as you began to really get your barbecue legs under you,
Mm-hmm.
uh, how did things start breaking out? How did you get your first break to some of these shows? Because a lot of these pit masters that are going to be in this chat tonight, I'm sure they've all got dreams of one day, you know, getting selected to cook on one of those types of shows or something along
Hmm.
those lines. So creep us into your story.
Okay, well, when I first got into barbecues around 2004, and like I said, I just wanted to learn to barbecue because I saw Alton Brown cook a pork butt in a flower pot. I said, if he can do that, I ought to be able to learn how to barbecue. So I got a little char griller. I didn't even have the firebox. I didn't know there was supposed to be a firebox, and I started learning. I made my little fire on one side of the grill and had like a little foil thing to separate the fires. And I'm trying to guide the smoke over. I'm learning, I'm learning stuff from the barbecue brethren and stuff like that. So I just started practicing, and when I first started off, oh man, it was terrible. But one of my favorite quotes is, "Experience is what you get when you don't get what you want." So I got a lot of experience.
uh,
So and, after that, I got in the competition with my team. It was me and Luis Ramirez and Shuji Sakai and my oldest barbecue friend in the world, Sylvie Curry.
yes.
We formed a team called 4Q, and we did our first competition in 2006 in Los Angeles. And man, we had a plan. I was going to do brisket. Um, Sylvie was doing the pork butt. Shuji was doing the ribs, and Luis would do the chicken. We all had one meat to focus on.
Yeah.
Now,
Was Sylvia as new to competition as you were?
oh yeah, this is our first competition together.
Okay,
We
okay,
just decided we were online. We had only met 2 weeks in person 2 weeks before the contest.
okay.
So we had chatted back and forth, and we said we ought to put our money where our mouth is because we were doing reviews of other barbecue places. We said let's go out here and try it. And so we all met at Sylvie's house 2 weeks before the contest, and we barbecued in her backyard. And we tasted and practiced. We said, okay, we're going to go do this. Now, we've never gone to a competition before. We have no idea what it looks like, what it's going to be like. All we know is what we saw on TV. And it wasn't Pitmasters yet. So all we'd seen some competition shows,
Yeah, yeah.
but there was no information, about competitions like there is now. There were no
Today,
class.
yeah,
There was no classes.
yeah.
Everybody's flying by the seat of their pants. So we show up at this competition, and obviously we didn't plan well because each of us brought everything we needed. So we had enough charcoal for everybody at the competition. we got we got pits. We got enough food to feed everybody. Because we all brought the same. We all brought everything. We didn't say
Yeah,
one
yeah.
person bring this, one person. We all brought everything, and the guys next to us, they were just cracking up. They just looked at us and said, "It's your first time, huh?"
Wow.
Yeah. But it was so funny, but we made a lot of friends. We got a walk that day, and
Wow.
we were hooked.
Yeah, yeah.
We walked in Ribs and then People's Choice, and from then we were hooked. And then they started having more competition. Competitions in California weren't that big at the time. There were competitions where there'd only be like 6 teams. We went to this one competition that there were 6 teams, and they were paying through fifth place. So they call this, okay, this is fifth place, fourth place, third place, second place. Now after second place, there's 2 teams left. So you either first or you
Or
last.
last. I am not a fan of those small numbers.
Yeah.
Not a fan. Yeah.
Yeah, but we just kept going, and we had a ball. We competed all over California. We got some, a lot of awards and stuff. And then after a few years, we were at Stagecoach. The big country music festival they
Yeah.
have
I
out there.
heard of it, never
Yeah.
attended.
Well, they used to have barbecue competition there, and we competed there, and they had a People's Choice, and I decided I'm going to win the People's Choice. So we went out there, and I am out there selling it, because the way they would do it is people would come in and they would buy a book of tickets, and then they would come around and give you a ticket, and you give them a sample of
Yeah.
whatever it is that you sampling. And so I'm out there turning flips and calling people. I got a microphone, doing everything, because I want people to come back to me. So I'm entertaining and everything. And we ended up winning the People's Choice. And you made some decent money if you were
Yeah,
you were hustling, because the tickets were $2 each, and they would keep $1, and they would give $1 to us at the end for all the tickets that you turned in. So we made money, even though we walked in the championship. We got some awards, but I was more enticed by the People's Choice, because I say, okay, I got 1,000 people telling me that I cook great barbecue, opposed to these 6 people telling me I cook bad barbecue.
Yeah.
And that kind of got me going. And that, and the fact that my wife told me that I need to start selling some dinners, because all this competition stuff was cutting into her shoe money. So,
Yeah, it's not a cheap hobby.
no,
Yeah,
no.
it's not
So
a cheap hobby.
I had to give up golf for barbecue.
Yeah, yeah, especially
Okay,
today with the cost of things.
yeah. So
Well, back
we ended up from there we started selling dinners, and we started catering, and then oh man, from there farmers market. My wife said, well, what, we should try selling at the farmers market on Saturday. And that's where everything took off. We were selling at a farmers market in Watts, and we were hustling, trying to get people to come out there. And let's watch that. If they'd rather go to McDonald's and buy a hamburger, then they come to the farmers market and spend $6 on kettle corn,
yeah, yeah.
instead of buying a pulled pork sandwich for $6.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was rough for a minute, and then one of the editors, in fact, he was the food editor for the LA Times, passed by, and he tried some of our barbecue and gave us a really good review. And after that, we were getting calls from all these different markets. Hey, why don't you come cook barbecue in our market? And it got to the point where we were doing 5 markets a week.
Wow.
And I was working at Wells Fargo at the time. And this is right around the time when they were merging with Wachovia. So I went to my boss. I said, look, I've got this barbecue thing happening, and what I'd like to do is to work 3 days a week. That way, I can still manage all my clients, but you can cut back my hours and give them to somebody else, and keep somebody else from getting fired. Because there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
And they said, well, let us think about it. And after 2 weeks, my wife said, they didn't say anything to you? I said, nope. She said, quit. We've replaced your salary, so just quit. Just do barbecue. And that's what I did, and we took off from there.
Yeah. Wow. And again, man, once that barbecue passion starts burning in you, you've got some decisions to make, because like you, prior to me diving full time headfirst in the barbecue. Uh, I was teaching. I was a public school educator. I was teaching U.S. history,
Okay.
and I discovered competition barbecue in 2010, and 2012. We started. Mom and I created our team, and we really started doing well. And
Mm,
the better we did, the more I got into it. I started stepping up my equipment, my pits, the whole 9 yards.
mhm,
And man, about 2014, I could no longer handle the teaching. I could no
mhm,
longer handle the parents, the kids, the district, and eventually resigned and went headfirst into barbecue, man, and
mhm,
uh, really haven't looked back. Yeah, really have not looked back. Now I have not been and done some of the things you've done, but I definitely want to hear about them. So, at what point now uh, do these uh, do these shows start calling? Do they start picking you out, asking you to come try out or
mhm.
audition?
Well, the first thing we did, because we're in our house and I'm barbecuing in the driveway to take it to the farmers market, stuff like this. And my wife she's handling the business part of it. And we had a loft area that she wanted to make into an office. So because she's ingenious like this, she went on was the DIY network,
Yeah.
whichever one, the home improvement. She went on there and found a show that was based in California and said, "Hey, why don't you come and do a show at our house and build?" She said, "Y'all can teach me how to build an office." And they said, "Well, we like the look of you guys and the way you sound, but we've already had a bunch of shows where we're teaching women. Why don't we teach your husband instead?" And she was like, "Oh, that's perfect because he doesn't know how to do anything." Which is true. I am the least handy
Yeah.
person in the world.
No. Well, we might be running a tie. Yeah, we might be running a tie.
So they decided to do this episode based on me building an office. We have a barbecue business. I'm building an office for my wife. And they show up and they call me first. They said, "Well, Neil, since this is going to be a barbecue episode, do you think you cook like a rack of ribs that we can use for a prop? So when the host gets there, you can open the door and show them the ribs." And I said, "Sure, no problem." So I smoke a rack of ribs, and they get there, and one of the producers comes over. And he said, "Wow, those ribs really look good." I said, "Yeah, they're gonna be good." He said, "Can I try one?" And I pull one little one off the end and give it to him. "That's amazing." So he calls the director over. So, "You got to try this." The director tries one. "That's great." Then he calls the network executive over. And next thing you know, the ribs that we were supposed to use for the
Yeah,
prop are
for the
gone.
prop.
They didn't ate them all. So they come to me and they say, "Neil, if we give you our budget, would you cook lunch for us for the week?"
Wow. Okay, sweet.
I'm like, "Wait a minute, you're gonna spend $5,000 fixing up my office, and you're gonna pay me to do what
Yeah.
I love to do anyway?"
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they were like, "Yeah." So I cooked most of the week, and they would call me in to do my shot and say, "Okay, Neil, we're gonna work on putting some tile down the floor." And I said, "Okay, I have no idea how to do that." They said, "We're gonna teach you. We're gonna teach you." This is me being handy. They said, "We got to put down this backer board first." So I don't know if you know about tile, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
it goes
kind of
under
know
the
what that
floor.
is. Yeah.
So they give me a drill, and the other guy, the host, has a drill. Say, "Okay, Neil, all we're gonna do is you're gonna take a screw, you're gonna put it down, you're gonna." He said, "We want to put down as many screws as this, because the more screws you have, the less chance it is the floor
It's
squeaking."
gonna move.
Yeah. So they said, "Okay, let's put in some screws." We go. The man, he's. I'm over here. And he's. And I'm.
uh,
And he turned to me and said, "Neil, how many screws have you put in?" I say, "I got in 2." He said, "2?" I said, "I didn't put in
yeah.
50 screws." He said,
Yeah.
he said, what's the problem? I said, I don't know. I'm over here just going. He said, give me your drill. And he looked at it. He said, I don't know how you did this, but somehow you were putting in screws with the drill in reverse.
What? Hey, that's that
He said,
pressure you was
I don't know
applying.
how strong you are, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put it. And they from that point, they said, Neil, oh, we're gonna get the shot with you. After that, you don't worry about anything else.
yeah.
You just go
Just
cook
go
the
cook.
food.
Just
So
go.
when it comes to paint the ceiling, Neil, we want to paint the ceiling.
Yeah,
Here's your brush. I go, got it. Okay, Neil, you go cook.
yeah.
I didn't know where.
Ah, that's funny. Yeah,
But
that
it
is
was a show
funny.
called Over Your Head, and that was our first national TV appearance.
All right, sweet.
And then
Yeah.
from there, we got a call to be I got a call to be a spokesperson for Fresh and Easy Markets. I don't know if they had those here, but
Nah, never heard of them.
it was a market chain, and what they paid me to go on local news programs, and I traveled around. I was in LA, then San Diego, and Stockton, and San Francisco, and Phoenix, and Las Vegas, and I'd go around and I'd go to these news shows, and I'd get on there and talk about it and do my little pretend grill because everything
Yeah.
was already cooked. But you move stuff around and you talk about grilling, give them some grilling tips, and talk about the products. And then we'd go to the market later on that day, and I'd cook for the customers. I'd cook for 2 hours and just cook chicken and hamburgers and sausages, stuff like that, and feed everybody. So I did a lot of TV there. They gave me media training.
Okay. Okay.
And then the thing came around for the second season of Barbecue Pitmasters, and I had already watched the first season, and I saw my buddy Harry on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were close. I was at Harry's first contest, and he was trying to survive, and his tent was blowing away. He couldn't get his little digital thing on the Weber
Yeah.
to keep the tent. Nothing was working. It was crazy. The weather was crazy, and out of all that, he still came in second.
Did he?
I'd have been so pissed if I didn't get grand champion.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that saved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's a great friend. And then from there, when I got the thing to audition for Barbecue Pitmasters, and they liked me. I was just acting stupid in the audition, and they said, "Yeah, it's more about personality than it is about how much you won or how well you cook."
Yes. Yeah.
And
it's
TV.
Yeah. Before we get into that,
Mm-hmm.
Mama wants to know what types of pits are you cooking on? What do you have at the house? Or
Now,
do you still have all your restaurant equipment? Do you still have?
I sold most of it.
Okay. What are you cooking on at the house?
At the house right now, I have a Rectech 700.
Oh my goodness, the Rectech. I'm glad.
I still got my.
I've got a Rectech fan that's not in the chat yet. He'll be here later.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to talk about, a Rectech.
Yeah. I still have my my vault, my pit maker vault out it's in storage in California. We just haven't been back to go get it yet.
Okay.
But those are the two that I kept. But at the when we had the restaurants, I cooked on Fast Eddie's. I had the Fast Eddie 240 at each restaurant.
Wow. Now I've never heard of that pit, so I will have to Google when I get off of here later. Speaking of Rectech, here he is. That dude right there, Trumpet Master, just Rectech. What's up, Trumpet? Welcome back, baby. Yeah, welcome back. But Fast Eddie's, I've never heard of
Fast
them.
Eddie.
I will definitely have to Google that.
Now the one we had, it looks like a big stainless steel refrigerator. That's about the size it was. And we ended up with that because at first I had this huge trailer that was made by Spice Wine. And it was 7.5 feet wide and 20 feet long. It was huge. It had a big smoker in the back. Shells were 4x5 in the back, and I had 5 shells in it, so I could cook a lot of meat on that. And then I had charcoal oven in the front. It had a sink on it and a huge cutting board prep table on the front of it. When I got the restaurant, I was trying to cook on that. And they said, "Okay, you can't cook on that." I said, "Why not? You parking it on the street, and it's too far away from the restaurant. Okay, well, I wanted to park in the parking lot. I said, no, you can't park in the parking lot. You're taking up too many spaces. So that's when we went and got the pit maker, and which I love. I love the vaults. And I don't know if you know, but I can't hear your sound. I don't know if you muted yourself.
Yeah, I was hollering at
Oh,
Mama, so
oh, okay.
I muted myself. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
she's
we got
passing me messages.
yeah. So we got the pit maker, and love that smoker. That's the one I actually was using on Man Fire Food.
Okay.
And my neighbors there, we were in a strip mall, and the neighbors were complaining about it. Oh, it's too much smoke. What do you mean it's too much smoke? I got thin blue smoke. Oh, my customers. It was a nail shop, and she's talking about my customers don't like the smell, and they. I was like, your customers are in there with a bunch of chemicals, and you worried about smoke? They said yes. So that's when we got the Fast Eddies.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a pellet smoker.
All right. All right. Now, what style is that? Is that something? Is that like an offset type smoker or
No,
vault type?
Yeah, it's about 6.5 feet tall. And we had shelves. It had 8 shelves in it.
Okay.
So it looks like like an Alto Sham.
Yeah.
The thing where you hold the food. That's what it looks like.
All right. All right.
But it's actually a pellet cooker. It had the thing on the side, and it had all kind of electronics. I could program it to say, okay, I want you to cook at smoke temperature for this long, and then bump the temperature up to 275 so it was fully programmable, worked great. Love that pit.
Wow. All right. I will have to look those up. Never heard of them, like I said. All right. All right. So now Pitmaster comes, the Pitmaster series, season 2 comes a calling.
Yes. Me, I ended up getting they ended up picking me, and it was me, Diva Q, Johnny Trigg. Well, let me say this. It was me and Diva Q and Sterling, Big Papa Smokers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we met up in the parking lot of the place where we're going to be. And we're talking, it's like, oh, who's the other person? We didn't know. And we look up, here comes Johnny Trigg. We're like, oh, hell. We know how this is going to go. And then we go to the meeting and they say, we say, well, what are we going to be cooking? They said, "Oh, we're gonna be cooking ribs." We just all
of course, of course, yeah, of course.
We're cannon fodder at this point.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We had a great time doing it. I loved all the people I was on there with. Every night I still get, I still talk to some of the people that worked on the show. John Marcus was great. In fact, he came over and talked to me, and he said, "Neil, I don't know if you're going to win or if you're going to lose, but that's not important. Be memorable."
Yeah, yeah.
He said, that'll get you, this kind of stuff later on. Be memorable. It doesn't matter if you win. Nobody remembers who won, season 3, season 4, whatever. Nobody remembers who won. They remember people.
Yeah.
So, and they tried to hype it up, and they tried to foster this thing with me and Diva Q. We were supposed to be fighting. Okay, tell her food tastes bad. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I say I'll tease her about being loud.
Yeah.
I'll tease her about being Canadian, but I'm not going to talk about her food. And we had that kind of camaraderie, And
the thing is about those shows. I was fortunate enough to assist Ernest Cervantes on one episode. And, you've got to think about it. As much as you want to make a name for yourself, you want to do something special, you've got to come back home and live with what you've done.
Yeah.
They wanted me to create an emergency, to drop a brisket on the ground in the middle of a cook. And I'm like, whoa, not going to happen. The characters that I hang out with, Neil, if I was to do something like that on TV, dude, I would still be hearing about that today. So again, that was one of those things. Nah, I'm not. Nah, let's come up with something else.
Let me tell you something. I to this day, I still have people that bring up the raspberry chipotle sauce that I used on that. I was just trying to experiment. This is
Yeah,
before raspberry chipotle was a thing.
yeah.
You
Now
know,
it's a thing.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
before then. I gave him the and Myron tasted. He said, "There's something different here," and he said, "There's an aftertaste that I'm not familiar with." And he's like, I don't know what. And then the chef, whoever the chef person was, he was like, "Oh, this doesn't taste like it. Doesn't have any flavor to it."
yeah,
And then Warren Sapp just copied everything he said. I didn't care for
yeah.
Warren Sapp. Didn't like he had no business being there.
Yeah.
Um, oh, it had no flavor in it. I with our mystery meat, we had to cook alligator.
Okay.
So they gave us some ground alligator, and then they gave us some tail meat. So I did like these Cajun blackened tenders on the grill with the tail meat, and then I did like a stuffed pepper with the ground meat. And I said, I turned it in. It was a beautiful plate. Served it with a side of some Asiago cheese grits,
Yeah.
and beautiful plate and everything. And that chef said, "Oh, this doesn't have any flavor." I said, "Hold on. You can say it's too spicy. You could say it's too salty, but there's no way you're gonna tell me that there's no flavor.
There's no
That
flavor.
is a Cajun season
Yeah.
thing. I
Yeah.
got all you a lot."
Yeah.
So, but
So,
yeah,
question.
yes.
Uh any tips that you would give to one of these pitmasters whose goal it might be to compete in one of these shows? Any tips? Do they all require, first of all, do they all require some sort of audition
Yeah.
video?
Everyone that well, except for the one that they specifically selected me for,
Yeah.
the one they generally ask for an audition. If they don't know you,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're gonna ask for an audition. If you've done other stuff, then no, because they know what you look like.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
have, yeah, they want some kind of audition tape. And again, like I said, you have to be memorable. I did something. I actually did a video where I interviewed myself about barbecue.
Yeah.
And I was just silly all the way through it. And it really didn't have anything to do with barbecue. It was just me being silly. And that's how I got picked, because it stood out from the rest. It wasn't, oh, I'm a barbecue pit master, and I can cook on this pit, and I can make this meat. They don't care.
Yeah.
They want to see some personality.
All right. All right. So some of the other things, does it in that audition video, does it matter what you cook?
No.
They're more looking for that personality?
They're looking for
Or
personality.
are you gonna excite the audience? Are you gonna bring people into the show?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need personality. They don't need somebody to stand there. I made a brisket.
Yeah.
Here, let me give it. No, don't be stiff. Don't be, you kind of have to act. They want somebody that's going to, you don't have to. Well, I mean, if it's your personality and you have a big personality, that's what they're looking for.
It. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
You don't hold back.
Yeah, I totally understand. And you mentioned something earlier that those shows weren't so much about winning as opposed to putting yourself out there. And
It's entertainment.
Yeah, I can really, really understand that comment, because at the end of Ernest Cervantes and I episode, we did the little out brief or whatever they want to call it. And while doing that out brief, I ran into Michael Character for the first time. And he and I sat back and we talked for a good little bit, man. And he explained to me, he said, I know when I come on these shows, I'm at a disadvantage. I don't have the competition knowledge that a lot of these other guys do. He said, but man, I'm being me. I'm loud. I talk ish.
Yeah.
And every time I'm on one of these shows, he said, business in his restaurant
Mhm.
just tops off,
Yeah.
levels for months after that episode. And I
Mhm.
really got to understand that man, if you're fortunate enough to get on one of those things where you're able to be yourself, it's an opportunity to take it further.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from Pitmaster, I got, like I said, I got a lot of other shows and stuff like that. We did one in Houston. It was the Ultimate Barbecue Showdown, and it was me and Myron and Bubba Latimer from
Yeah,
Georgia,
yeah, yeah,
and Tuffy Stone, all competing. And people were like, why is Neil here?
yeah,
and and believe there were a lot of people in the background. And I,
yeah,
even after the show, they would say, why was Neil on that show? He's never been to the Jack. He competed at the Royal once, but he was competing with another team,
yeah,
he's hasn't doesn't have any big awards. Why is he on this show? He was entertaining.
yeah.
I got on there. I talked smack with Myron. Myron came walked over to our area, and he had just put out a new book, and gave a copy of it wasn't a real copy, but he threw a copy of it. Hey, you might need this if you want to win. And I picked up his
Yeah,
book. I said, I know
uh,
exactly what to do with this, and I threw it in the
yeah,
grill.
yeah.
That's what they want,
uh,
They want some rivalry. They want some entertainment. They want some drama. I spilled a jar of barbecue sauce in one of the smokers. I was cooking with my partner was George Shore from Pitmaker,
yeah, yeah.
and he was my partner with me on there, and he had brought out one of the big trailers, the one with the TV that comes up and all
Yes,
that kind of
sir.
stuff.
Yes,
So
sir.
we had one of those out there, and I had somehow turned over a sauce that I made in one of the containers on the side. Now, this wasn't the sauce that we were planning on using, but this was just an extra sauce. We had experimented and we had all the sauce in there. Well, this particular one, it turned over. I said, oh man, I turned over this sauce. And one of the producers heard it and said, oh, we got to get that. So they came running over the camera. Okay, you got to act like
Yeah.
this is your sauce, and you got to yell and scream. You're pissed off at yourself and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
all this drama is like, okay, this wasn't even the sauce I was
yeah.
using. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I'm not a fan of that drama, man. I have a hard time faking anything.
Mhm.
I don't know that I'd make a very good actor because I have a hard time faking anything.
Mhm.
Anything I do, man, I try to keep it as real as possible.
Yeah.
When I'm excited for real. When I'm pissed for real.
Mhm.
And when I'm chilling because everything is just copacetic, so to
Mhm.
speak.
Yeah.
Uh, so
When you're acting, it's like you get to be somebody else. That's
yeah,
one way. That's
yeah,
one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is you stand in front of a bunch of people and lying.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
So
yeah, no doubt.
whatever creates the best character,
Yeah,
It's
no
like
doubt.
it's like Myron. Myron is the sweetest person.
Oh,
He is so nice.
yeah,
Uh,
dude. Yeah,
we after that particular competition was over, Myron came over to me and he said, "Hey, Bub, I had a great time with you. Anytime you want to come to cook with me, you let me know, and you're always welcome in my tent."
yeah,
I'm thinking that's a nice thing to say.
yeah.
2 weeks later, I get a call, and he said, "Hey, Bubba, what are you doing next weekend? Are you cooking in Las Vegas competition?" I said, "No." He said, "I'm cooking. Pack up your wife. You come up here. You cooking with me."
Sweet.
So we rolled up to
Yeah,
Vegas, got a room, and we hung out. And he took me in his tent with his family and showed me everything that he did, including stuff that he wasn't even teaching in his class yet.
yeah,
Showed me
yeah,
everything, treated me like family. I was injecting pork butts and everything, and he stopped for everybody that came by and took a picture or
yes,
signed the
sir.
autograph.
Yeah. I will
He
tell
be
you that TV persona of Myron is absolutely not the real deal.
Yeah.
Uh, our first we went to our first American Royale in 2013, and man, we took my wife parent. Well, they my wife's parents and my mom joined us in Kansas City,
Mhm.
and Myron hugged my mom so long and so hard, I had to go pull him off of her. And I was like, hey, ease up. That's my mama. But
Did he
yeah,
already have his crown black?
yeah. But he man, he was just that type of person.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah.
I got to spend a little more time with him when I did that episode with Ernest Cervantes.
Mhm.
And man, he's a real down to earth guy. So a
Mhm.
lot of people get that idea, that he's braggadocious and everything else.
Mhm.
Nah, I don't believe that in real life. He's just so chilled, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's absolutely chilled.
Chris Lilly is another great one. Love Chris Lilly. I always call him and check on his family and stuff like that. Tuffy Stone is the neatest person in barbecue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've spent a little bit of time with Tuffy on Champions Row at Houston.
Man, he will show up and cook in wingtips.
Yeah.
I don't know how he stays clean, but he does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is it.
Yeah.
All right. My man Darnell says he talks to Myron all the time. I remember Darnell in previous shows saying that Myron wants to help him with that whole hog when he starts cooking them.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
pretty cool, man. Yeah, he is down to earth. Yeah,
Yep.
he is down to earth.
Yes, he
That
is.
is I've reached out to a lot of those guys, man. I've reached out to Mo Kason. Uh and I'm not afraid. I haven't reached out to Myron or anybody.
Mhm.
But I'm not afraid of anybody telling me no or not responding
Mhm.
to my message or text or phone call or whatever the
Mhm.
case might be, man. I'll reach out to anybody. Our second show, I reached out to Sylvie, and
Yeah.
I had just seen her on what is it, the Great American Shootout or whatever.
Smoke out or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Uh-huh.
I saw her on there, and when we started the stream, I was like, "Hey, she might be a good guest." A matter of fact, our second show, a year plus ago, was a just ladies of
Mhm.
barbecue,
Mhm.
and I wanted her to be one, so I reached out to her,
She's
and man,
she's Lady of Q.
yeah, yeah, and she was very receptive, and we had an awesome show. Maybe ran a couple of hours. So I will reach out to anybody, man, that I feel would be a good fit for our audience.
Mhm.
Some have responded, others have just kicked me to the curb, but it's all good, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is all good. So now, as you move forward, man, you've made a little bit of a name for yourself
Mhm.
on TV. What gave you the confidence, the desire to now you want to sell your barbecue big time? You want to become you want to open a restaurant.
Yeah. Well, we were in the middle of all this. We were still doing the farmers markets. So we had 5 markets a week, and we did that for 6 years. Some of the markets would change, but for the most part, we were all every week. We were at a different market every day. So I'd come home and I cook. Come home and I have to clean everything, and then we prep all the meat. Uh, I'd go in and go to bed. My father-in-law would come back to the house about midnight, and he put light the smoker and put all the meat on and close it up. Then he'd go home and go to sleep. Then we meet back at 5:30, get everything loaded up, and we'd be driving down the street with the smoker going. And we show
Wow.
up. We show up at the market, about 7 or 8, and
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
set up. And by 10 o'clock, we were ready to go.
Wow. My man Big D's Delaware Barbecue.
Mhm.
He won chicken the first season of Barbecue Pitmaster at Dover, Delaware. All right. So there was some
Mhm.
weather, a nor'easter.
Mhm.
All right. And he waited 6 months for the show to come on, and he had all the families and friends watching the show the night it came on. That's
Mhm.
pretty cool, Big D's.
Yeah,
That is pretty cool,
I,
man.
rem- I remember seeing that.
Yeah, to have a first place chicken. That is awesome. Congrats. Yeah,
And
big time.
it's
Yeah.
funny. We were the first teams to shoot for season 2, but they didn't our episode didn't come on until like the seventh or eighth episode.
Yeah,
They pushed
yeah,
us back. So they just changed the format after us. Because in our episode, they didn't eliminate anybody. Everybody cooked the special meat, then everybody cooked the ribs.
yeah,
So they had to go back, because as they went on, they say, okay, we're going to eliminate one person, one team to get to the finals. So they had to make it when our episode was on there and say, well, due to special circumstance and the scores being so close, we decided to leave everybody in.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
so there's little things, goes on behind it. But the next day after that content, after we were done shooting, and we were just doing pickups, like all the little interview stuff. We did that the second day. So you have to act like all this stuff is still going on. But man, we gathered up all the food and all the leftover stuff, and we got together and we made this huge breakfast for the whole crew. All the cooks got together. We just
yeah,
cooked everything we could find. That was such a great meal. We were just coming up with something. Everybody had their own spices and stuff on the side, and we just put
yeah,
all that
yeah.
together. It was great. We had a really great time doing that show.
Wow, awesome, man, awesome. So you decide now you're going to open a restaurant.
Yep. After 6 years, we decided. My wife said we should go ahead and open a spot. So we were going to open a spot in downtown LA, and we were dealing with this group, and we found out that they were kind of shady, so that deal fell through. So we found a little spot in Long Beach where we were living. It was in a strip mall, and it was actually an Italian bakery. So we ended up getting this spot, and it's got this huge big rotisserie bakery oven in there. So we decided, okay, we're gonna one of our special things is we're gonna bake our own bread, for our sandwiches and stuff like that. So we're doing that, and after a while, the oven got used for different things because we had that pit I was talking about, the Fast Eddie, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's about the size of a refrigerator. Well, we couldn't leave it out overnight because it's a strip mall. So every night we would have to roll it in. So we had to have a system to get all our cooking done. So what we do is we get there early in the morning, season our briskets and our butts, and we put them in the smoker. Then we season our ribs and our turkey. And that would go on about 9 because it didn't take that long. Well, the ribs would go on earlier because we opened at 11. The ribs would go on about 7:38.
Yeah, yeah.
But the turkey would go on about 9, and we have everything, the ribs and the turkey, ready to go. To go. Now the briskets and the butts that we were cooking, they were actually for the next day. So we'd cook them as long as we could till about 7:30, 8 o'clock when we close. And then we take them and we wrap them and we cool them down, and they go in the refrigerator. The next day, those briskets and butts are wrapped. They go in the oven to finish. Yeah, because they're wrapped. It doesn't make any difference where the heat's coming
from. Where you finish them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those were what they would use. The ones coming out of the oven were the ones that we'd use that day, and the ones that we were smoking had to get rotated for the next day. So we always had to go this going. So we always had to have we always took Monday off just to kind of reset everything.
Yeah, get things.
So that was a big thing. Monday we're closed, So we had, but it was interesting trying to get that. We had to work on it to get our routine together.
Yeah. Now, prior to this, did you have any restaurant experience?
Absolutely
managing
none.
a restaurant, working in a restaurant?
Absolutely none. What I was lucky enough to do is I had met Ronnie Chillin.
All right, met him. Yeah.
Because we used to do barbecues down here in Galveston at my mom's church.
Yeah.
And I'd call a bunch of guys and they'd come down, they'd all bring their pits down, and we'd cook for this barbecue to raise money for the church.
We're gonna talk about that church because I'm still pissed at you about that church, and just
okay.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had met Ronnie Chillin because somebody knew him and they introduced me, and he agreed to order our briskets for us, through the because he has a restaurant account. We're paying for him, but he would order them through his account so we get a better price on them. So when we were getting ready to open the restaurant, I called him up, a couple of months before we opened. I asked him, I said, look, I'm getting ready to open this restaurant out here in Long Beach. And I've never run a restaurant before. We've been doing farmers markets and we're selling, but I've never done a restaurant before. Can I come and intern at your
Okay.
barbecue place
Okay.
for a week?
Yeah, that makes
And I
sense.
said, I don't want you to, I'm not asking you to pay me and I'm not trying to learn any of your recipes, but I want to learn processes
Yeah.
to learn how to run the restaurant. And he said, sure, come on down. And I worked in his restaurant for a week. And he showed me spreadsheets and all the kind of stuff from the dishwasher all the way up to working the front line, the
Yeah.
manager. He
Yeah.
showed me everything. And that's how we went in. And from there we were just winging it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, in preparation for tonight, I went back and Googled and came up with some of the reviews from the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
The writers and the bloggers that did articles and podcasts, and man, that was nothing but good stuff, man. It was nothing but good stuff. What made you now decide to go in a different direction?
We're tired, man.
Yeah.
The thing
Dude,
about
I know a restaurant is work, dude.
yes,
Because Mom and I, we've had dreams, we've had visions of vending in that restaurant style fashion.
mm-hmm.
But each time I seriously think about it, man, I just I remind myself, man, you still want barbecue to be fun. You don't want barbecue to become a job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about it was, one, I never got to cook anymore.
Yeah.
Because health department, insurance, shopping, managing labor, people. So I never got to cook. And my wife was doing a lot of the paperwork, and she got tired of that. She wanted to do her own thing. And it's just got tired. And she said, I want to write and I want to change. I want to work. She's a brand strategist now. She does brand strategy.
Sweet.
So she helps, she's working with restaurants and other solopreneurs building up their brand. Her thing is Grandma's house.
Yeah.
So it's cute. But she does that, and that's what she wanted to do. And I said, we followed my dream for 10 years. Let's follow yours now.
Yeah.
So
awesome, man.
After a while, we just shut it down.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, my man Big D said he submitted one of those audition videos for season 2. And I'm here to tell you, I was in love with season 1. And after season 1, I thought they really started playing too much TV.
Yeah.
As opposed to actual competition. I actually felt that season 1 was all about competition. Mm-hmm. Then season 2 and everything after that really became all about reality show type.
Exactly.
And it wasn't quite the same. And by season 3 or 4, I also got tired of seeing the same faces over and over and over. Recycling. I mean, there are thousands of quality cooks. There are thousands of people with interesting stories that I think could have been chosen to be on those shows to keep it fresh. So I kind of lost interest a little bit.
Well, the thing was, there are lots of interesting stories, but are people interesting when they're telling the story?
Yeah. I totally understand. Yeah.
So
I totally understand.
I did like I said, I did a bunch of the shows. I did Diva's show when she had her show, Barbecue Crawl.
Yeah.
I did. We did the Great Food Truck Race, which was a train wreck.
I never really watched that one.
Yeah, you didn't miss nothing.
Yeah.
But after a while, I would get offers. I got offered to do Chopped, the Grilled Chopped, and all those kind of shows. And I started telling them, I said, tell you what, I'll come on and judge. I said, if you don't want me to judge, I'm out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I feel like I've paid my dues,
yeah.
and if, I need to get paid for this. Oh, but you get
Yes,
great
sir.
exposure. I don't need no exposure. I got two
Yeah,
successful restaurants.
yeah,
I don't need exposure. Everybody knows who I am.
yeah.
So I need to get paid now. So
I
if you're not
totally
gonna put,
understand, man.
so I stopped answering folks. Why don't you do Chopped? Because I don't want to be on TV
Yeah,
trying to cook some crab and some jelly beans and some
yeah,
grass. No,
yeah.
I don't need to be embarrassed like that. No, thank you.
Neil,
Mhm.
I have got an acquaintance of ours.
Of hours. Uh-huh.
Folks out there. I grew up blocks from this young lady you're gonna see back in the days, back in my young days. Uh, I mean, I could walk to her house. I hung out at the house across the street. I could walk to that place in 5 minutes in South Central LA. Uh, I have not seen this lady in 40 plus years, and we reached out. I don't remember if she reached out or I reached out uh, maybe 2 years ago on social media, and we kind of reconnected. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the stream a young lady that I grew up with, so to speak, Glenda Holt. Say hi. What's happening, lady? Look at you. That is awesome. That is
Oh,
awesome. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Real,
D-
wow.
yeah,
DJ, please.
yeah. Real quick, Glenda, explain. Introduce yourself to the chat. Let these guys and gals know what you do.
What
What
I
you
do.
do. Yeah.
Hi. Hi, my name is Glenda Holt. I'm originally from South Central Los Angeles. I am
Okay.
now residing in Texas. Soon to be San Antonio, Texas.
Wow. Okay.
What? Where are you
At the,
now?
Yeah.
at the present time, I'm at my mom's house in Huddle, Texas. There was a delay in
Yeah,
construction with my
and,
home.
and what kind of Texas is that?
Huddle,
Huddle. Huddle.
Hold up.
TTO. Oh, that's right.
Hutto.
I'm
Oh,
like, what,
okay.
15,
Oh,
20 minutes outside of Austin?
oh, that's right over there behind that rock.
Yeah, round.
It's on down there around the bend by that
Yeah.
tree.
So I'm here until my home is finished. And just today, the salesman called and possibly a walkthrough might be possible next week.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah.
So soon
Awesome.
we're getting there. So I'm recently retired from my job of 32 years as a dispatcher.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I am on my side gig, I'm a karaoke host.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And folks, hey, what's your karaoke host name? I mean,
It's,
hey, she's not a joke when it comes to the karaoke. I'm talking,
No.
she's big time. I mean, she hosts massive parties at clubs and everything else
Mhm.
for karaoke, folks. And
Mhm.
I'm a karaoke star.
it's
I
coming
can
to
throw
San
down.
Antonio. It's
Yeah,
just watch out, San Antonio. I'm on my
yeah,
way. They
Mhm.
call me KJ. I'm KJG Train.
yeah.
And I got that nickname because usually people in the karaoke world, they have a signature song. And everybody likes to sing. You're more than welcome to sing whatever. But my signature song was Midnight Train to Georgia.
Okay, sweet.
So with
Woo,
Glenda,
woo.
Yeah.
Gladys, Midnight Train, someone started calling me G Train, and it just took off from there.
Wow. And
Leaving. I could be a
I
pimp.
I never knew that a karaoke DJ was a thing until I started following you and watching your posts and your watching some of the videos and whatnot. And I'm like, wow, that's an actual thing. You can
Yeah,
DJ. That is pretty cool, man. And there's a segment of society that loves that. And you can make some ends doing it. That's awesome.
right, right. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I'm looking forward to doing once I'm established in my home. I will be looking for a spot to do that. Just that.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Definitely.
But like
Definitely.
I said, man, it is a pleasure.
Thank you.
to finally see you face to face and then talk to you because you know you hit me up about communities here in San Antonio, and Mama will tell you I don't know anything about San Antonio. I'm pretty much a homebody, so you know I don't get around.
I'll
So
get you on the
any,
mic. You're
yeah,
coming
yeah.
to
When you ask me something, I turn around and ask Mama and then respond like I knew what the hell I was talking about. So I don't. But real quick, how did you and Neil come to know of each other?
Oh, it's been like, wait, my son is 30 and he was at least a baby.
Mhm.
It's been so long. It's been
Yeah.
so,
Wow.
yeah,
What a small world.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been that long since we've
Was
known
it?
each other.
Yeah. What a
He's
small
always
world, man.
enjoyed
That is
cooking.
Was it Black Planet? I
I
did.
either that or AOL.
Yeah.
yeah. AOL.
We
AOL.
old people. We old.
Yes, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
that is
Mhm.
yeah,
And it's
that is
been at
pretty
least
cool.
since what, junior high since I've seen you, Clarence?
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be.
It has
I'm
to be.
I left I left LA in 81, I want to say.
Okay,
In
yeah.
81.
Okay.
And so it's been at least since the when I graduated high school, I went to junior college in Van Nuys. Uh, so man, it's probably 80s.
That's
Yeah, it's probably
crazy.
80s. So it has been a good while, man. But
All the
like I
time.
said, just an absolute pleasure. Just
And
an
that's
absolute
crazy
pleasure.
that both you guys are big barbecue moguls here.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing where life takes you sometime, man. But
Mhm.
I just really want to, yeah, I just want to press on people, man, sometimes just chase your dreams,
Definitely.
a lot of times you put those dreams on hold because of life, but don't forget about them. If you enjoy doing something, do it as often as you can.
Yeah,
Do it. You might not do it well, but do it as well as you can. Do it as
definitely.
well as you can, man. And barbecue is such a uniting activity.
Yeah.
That man, we should do it every chance we get. We should
I
Yeah.
absolutely
agree.
do it every chance we get. What do
So
you cook on, Glenda? What do you cook on?
what do I cook?
What do you cook on? What
Oh
types
my.
of grills do you have?
I'm not a griller, but I did get a grill for my last home. Someone gave me a grill for a housewarming gift, and I never grilled on it. I can purchase all the meat you want. I'm
What
a good
type of grill?
purchaser.
What type of
Yeah.
grill is it?
It was just one of those barrel grills from Home Depot, the big with the little side smoker and everything.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
So you've
But
got an offset.
I didn't bring it
Yeah.
with me. I
Oh, you
didn't bring
didn't?
it.
Yeah, you've got an
I'll
offset.
be purchasing another one,
All right, all right.
or maybe
Uh,
someone will buy me one for a housewarming gift.
yeah,
Yeah. There
or
you go.
or yeah, somebody might be able to give you one.
There we
Yeah.
go. I'll take
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Somebody might be able to give you one.
Now
All right.
Glenda actually worked at our shop for a while, so
I
she can
did.
tell you. But she can tell you about my barbecue.
Oh,
Oh
You
my
get
God.
first hand account right there.
awesome.
Amazing. Amazing. Everything was good. No complaints about anything. I'm a brisket girl though.
Yeah, like I said, I read a
Definitely
lot
brisket.
of the reviews, man. So I know you were putting it down. I know you were putting it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you're interested in offset smokers, in the next, I'm still waiting on mine. I'm getting one. I'm gonna do an entire series of videos, starting with the basics of cleaning and seasoning, and then working all the way through sweet spots, fire management, uh, uh, brisket, ribs, chicken, you name it. I'm gonna do it. It might take me 12 videos to do this entire series, but
Mhm.
folks out there, it's coming. The minute I get that offset, something I've wanted for quite a while. For quite a while. So Neil,
Yes,
you wrote a book.
I actually wrote 2 books.
You wrote two books. Well,
Mhm.
excuse me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Talk
first
to
one,
us about that.
the first one I wrote, it was called "The Secret to Her Heart." That wasn't the original name of the book.
Okay.
The original name was "Secret Recipes to Get You Laid." But once I had a
Darnell, you
daughter,
paying attention, Darnell?
once I had a daughter, we figured we better change the name of
Yeah.
it.
And a
But
beautiful girl she is. Morgan is
Yeah.
amazing. Wow.
So I put that one out. That one, it has a lot of recipes, but it's also, there's a lot of dating tips in it. It's for guys who don't know how to cook. It's like, you need to cook and bring a girl over, but this is what you need to do.
This is what you need to cook. Yeah.
Not just cook, but just what you need to do on the date. You know, when a girl shows up, hey, tell her to come in and hey, kick your shoes off over there, because people are different when they take their shoes off.
Yeah.
You know, invite her in the kitchen and show her what you're cooking. Get her involved. Tell her to go pick the music so she can go scope out your music collection and see what kind of music you're into.
Yeah.
You know, vacuum your floor, because you don't want to walking around on. She took her shoes off. You don't want to stepping on Frito crumbs. But stuff that you got to. Young guys don't know. They got to. So.
Man, that is awesome.
What was the church thing? And
all right, so let's go back. All right, that church thing is going to take us back to, I believe, 2013.
Somewhere around there.
Mom and I created our we started competing in 2010, but we were two families, and then we created our own team, Mom and Papa Joe's, in 2012, and 2013. I believe you had the first of a series of benefits at the church in Galveston.
Right.
St. Augustine of Hippo.
That's right. The oldest Black Episcopal church in Texas.
Okay.
I went over there the other day. It's not that black anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, I'm here to tell you, you put that out on social media in 2013, Facebook or whatever the case might be. And man, it came across my news feed, and then I looked at the list of cooks that you had helping you with that benefit. And the Craig Sherry's and the list went on and on. And at the time,
Patrick Mullins.
PM, my man.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I want to know how you and PM, did y'all grow up together? We'll get to that.
We played football together.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, we went to school together.
Dude, I learned so much from PM. PM was competing long before I was. And we bumped heads at one cook-off, and we developed a pretty cool relationship, man. And he started talking to me about what I was doing, some of the mistakes I was making as a young cook, and man, I listened and took what he had to say to heart, man, and used it. And man, a lot of what Mom and Papa Joe have accomplished really, really is based on the teachings of Patrick Mullen. And not a lot of people know of Patrick, man.
Well, thank you, because he was calling me and asking me all them questions.
Well, that is awesome, man. Yeah, that is awesome.
Neil, what rub you using? What should I do?
Yeah. All right, but PM was a real helpful person in our cooking career. But what I'm getting at is, as I looked at that list of cooks, Mom and Papa Joe, we hadn't made a name for ourselves at that point. So I did not expect us to be on that list. But man, I so wanted to. I so wanted to, and I was like, wow, all right. There'll be other times, and come 2014, 2015, Mom and Papa Joe, we were well known, but you kind of moved on from that benefit, because I was damn sure planning on being there.
Well, what happened was, because it had gone so well, the people at the church had taken it upon themselves to tell me how things were going to go.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. I run the restaurant. I'm the one that does all the catering. I know how this should work. I'm telling you what the price should be, how it should be done, and stuff like. But they wanted to tell me, and I said, you know what? You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know everybody. You contact them. See if they come down.
Yeah.
But most of those guys that were there, I met at the Royal.
Okay, sweet.
The Pitmaker guys, Ed Rios from was
Yeah,
it
I know it. I
Dempsey
know it. Yeah, I know
Fisherman
Ed.
and
Yeah.
Ernest Ramirez.
Man, I know all those guys.
Yeah, well, I met them.
Yeah.
I met them at the Royal.
Yeah.
They were next to us at the Royal, and we had a ball
I guess
with them.
that's what hurt so much because I recognized all those names and I was like, man, how come I wasn't there? But I understand I had
that
not
was the
even
first
made
year.
it. Yeah, had not made a name yet.
And then the second year, well, they said, well, the other thing that happened is I had made friends online with John Miller.
Okay.
From Louis Miller's Barbecue.
Yeah.
He's the black sheep. But I've been talking to him online and stuff like that. And I had asked him to come down. And it would happen to be the same week as South by Southwest up there in Austin. That big festival they have.
Yeah.
And he said, man, we're going to be too busy. I can't make it. But he took one of his workers and he put 200 pounds of sausage in his truck. He told me, you drive this down there to Galveston and get us to Neil for the benefit. And that's what he did. He showed up with all this sausage we could for the bit. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then the next year he actually came down. Ernest Cervantes. I had been talking to Craig Sherry online.
Yeah.
And he came down. He said, man, this is so nice. Because the thing was, they all got together and said, this is so nice. Because usually at a contest when we get together, everybody just goes in their trailer.
Yeah.
And it's all competition and everybody's serious.
Camaraderie, man.
Just to sit around and cook and talk and stuff like that. It was great.
That's awesome. Well, if that ever comes about, damn it, I know I'm going to be on that list.
Yes, you will.
Otherwise, there'll be some smoke. Yeah.
They call. I talked to a girl that still goes to that church because my mom's not there anymore. My mom passed.
Okay.
So
that.
There's a girl that still goes to church that I keep in touch with, and she said, "Well, we need to start the barbecue again." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, no."
It's a lot of work, man.
You ain't gonna pull me into that again.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. So, Glenda, have you started scouting?
The volume went down for some reason.
Man,
do you have a main volume?
No, it must be on your end. Neil, are you having problems?
I'm all the way up.
No, I hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah, I think it's on your end, lady.
Yeah, my volume is all the way up. I don't know why I can barely hear you guys.
Yeah, but I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, okay. We hear you fine.
Yeah.
I'll listen real hard. I'm going to have the phone close so I can hear you.
You're going to listen hard, huh?
Yeah, because I have the fan on.
My ears are working out.
Yeah.
This heat is disrespectful out here.
Oh, it is no joke. Yeah, this heat is no joke. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's okay because I've already decided to put a pool in my backyard.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Yeah.
Now, my question was, have you started scouting karaoke spots?
What?
Or are you fairly mobile?
Well, actually, I've had a couple of people call me that they've spoken to a couple of restaurants that's interested in starting karaoke. So, no, I haven't since I'm about an hour and 45 from San Antonio.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of hard. Actually, I'm going tomorrow. I'll be in San Antonio. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be hanging out at karaoke. I'm not scouting though because I'm supporting somebody else.
Okay, sweet.
But I will be in San Antonio. I've heard of a couple of places. I don't want to name the name, but it's pretty big downtown.
It's gonna take you a while to get there on them dirt roads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been approached by a couple of people already.
All right,
so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
That'll be awesome. Well, I'm here to tell you that if we don't run into each other before then, Mom and I are definitely going to be in Leander in September.
Okay.
I don't know if you've gotten to know Leander yet or driven through, but Leander isn't very far from where you are. There's a cook-off September 23rd. At the VFW. And
I should be in my home by then.
okay, so you'll be this way.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll be in San
Yeah. All
Antonio.
right. All right. Well, hopefully that all works out. But once you get moved in and settles, man, Mom and I will have you over, and I will treat you to some awesome brisket.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna
I'm definitely looking
yeah,
forward to that.
it's gonna be
Yay!
better than Neil's. I'm telling you now.
I
Yeah.
have no doubt. I
Yeah.
have no doubt. Let me
I'll
tell
be
you,
the judge of that.
Yeah.
no, you've seen us trim brisket.
Yeah.
He spends twice as much time trimming his brisket. My brisket look like a Ford. His brisket look like a spaceship.
Dude,
I
I'm
must
telling you,
say,
trimming brisket for me, man, is just so soothing, and I could do it for a living. If there was somebody looking to hire a competition brisket trimmer, man, I'd be first on in that line to apply. I just love trimming briskets,
oh wow,
and and like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get, especially when you start talking about a competition level. Yeah. But lady, we're gonna make that happen, man, once you get settled in.
I'm
Yeah, we
excited!
are going to make that.
Yay!
Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. And at some point, we all need to make the drive to Galveston. It's been a number of years since Mom and I have been to Galveston, Neil.
Definitely, I
But
have family
man,
over that way. Neil, Neil doesn't know that.
yeah,
Well, you
okay,
didn't
Yeah,
tell me.
my family's from Texas.
Who your
yeah,
peoples?
yeah. So we need to plan a weekend, man, of just chilling, firing up the grills and doing a little something in Galveston. We'll get PM involved.
Oh yeah.
I talk to PM's wife more than I do PM.
That's true. That's true for everybody.
Yeah, because he's not the phone person. But I'll talk to his wife more than I do him. So anytime I want to know anything, I go through her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I call him about once a month and I say,
yeah,
hey, you good? Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good. I'm all right.
yeah.
Okay. Just check.
So nobody's interested in opening a restaurant, though. Neil, Clarence, no
Uh,
restaurant.
we still, Mom and I, we still have ideas. We still have visions of doing it, but I don't know that it's going to be a brick and mortar.
Okay.
We would be more interested in a food truck. We would really like to be able to control, our overhead, control the number of days we're open, our mobility. But yes, Mom and I still want to do it. Mom has got a couple of more years before she's able to retire from the school system, and
Okay.
then Mom and Papa Joe will be wide open for additional ventures, man. But yes, it's something that it hasn't dropped off of our radar. We're just kind of laying low right now.
Okay.
It's funny. At least once a week, somebody tells me, Neil, you need to open a restaurant. And I say, what I hear you saying is, Neil, we like your food and we want to invest in you.
Yeah.
Am I hearing that correctly? No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've told people in the past, the biggest thing that has stopped me is those startup costs. More often than not, people go into debt to open a restaurant, and then such a huge percentage of restaurants end up failing. Especially when you start talking barbecue in Texas. I mean,
Okay.
the competition is fierce.
Right.
You've got to be very, very good in order to stay open. So a lot of these restaurants, after that initial startup cost, man, end up failing. Within a year or two, or whatever the case might be, and then
Right.
You're stuck with some of these bills, and it's something that I've thought about, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I really want that. But if and when it happens, it's going to be a food truck. Like I said, I still want to make barbecue fun. I still want barbecue to be fun. I don't want it to become a 9 to 5, 5 days a week and whatnot. That's not what I want.
I understand that.
Around 2010, we came down to Texas and we were visiting my mom, and we were staying up in Houston, just right around, because we were actually considering moving down here.
Yeah.
and I hadn't retired from I hadn't quit from Wells Fargo yet, so it may have been 2009. But I figured I could transfer down here, and then once I get set up, I said maybe I could start a barbecue restaurant down here, because folks were liking my barbecue down there. So maybe I could. And we drove around, and I said, "You can't throw a rock without hitting a barbecue restaurant." I'd rather be my big fish in my small pond.
Exactly.
Than be a little fish in this big pond.
Yeah, but I'm here to tell you, Neil, that some of them, and man, they stay open. So obviously they're doing well enough to stay open. And when I was teaching, we had one that was very close to my school, and I went over there once for lunch to see what this place was about. I could smell the smoke and everything else, and I was just absolutely shocked that they have been so open so long, because what they were serving was mediocre. And for the most part, guys, for the most part, the average person, man, does not really know, good barbecue.
No.
Yeah, for the most part, the average person does not.
The average person thinks barbecue is sauce.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, everything they brought out was covered in sauce. Everything, covered in sauce. First of all, I don't want sauce. If you're gonna give me sauce, I want it on the side.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to be able to taste what I'm eating without sauce. If you're sauce and everything and bringing it out to me, you're hiding something. You're covering up something. Again, that's me speaking. But I was surprised that they did as well as they did for so long. And today, I resigned from that position in 2014. They're still open. I drive past, they're still open. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not. If and when Mom and I do it, man, we're gonna do it because we think we do it well. And what helps, Neil, like you, is that we've developed a bit of a name for ourselves. We've got a bit of a following, which I think is very important. You already had a brand when you decide to vend.
Yeah, because we were already doing we did the markets for 6 years. And we were on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. Neil, do you have a copy of your book handy? I do not. We still got some stuff in storage. We haven't even unpacked it. But the other, I didn't mention, the other book is called Spice: The Variety of Life.
Okay.
So it's where I actually, it's kind of like an encyclopedia of spice, where I talk about each individual spice, where it comes from, what it tastes like, what it pairs with. And then at the end, I actually do a bunch of different spice blends and talk about some of the recipes. Like I have a Burberry from North Africa, and I have Greek spice and some Asian spices and the rubs that I've put together.
Yeah.
And so that's what that one's about. They are both on Amazon. You can go just search for Neil Straughter, and they'll pop up. So yeah, but I have those two books: The Secret to Our Heart and Spice: The Variety of Life.
Awesome. Glenda,
Yes,
how are you in the kitchen? I mean, are you handling business, or you hit or miss?
I'm not a kitchen person.
So
when I'm called to the kitchen, it's probably to make my enchiladas.
Okay, enchiladas.
Yeah.
All right, we got.
But no, I would just, I guess, just because of the hours that I work, how I work, and my kids were always gone because I was a night shift worker.
Yeah.
So they were always with sitters, and they would take care of dinner and all that stuff. But I know how to do some things. I make a good macaroni and cheese.
All right. Yeah.
So, I pick up, but my family, my brothers are amazing. My brother had a restaurant in Temecula, the Bayou.
Which one?
Gregory.
Greg?
Yeah.
All right, I remember Greg.
Yeah. He had a restaurant. He cooks. My brother George, the one we call Tusi.
I don't remember George.
He was the middle one. He cooks.
All
He
right,
doesn't have a
sweet.
restaurant, but he's a really good cook. And my oldest brother Edward, who's sitting right here next to me, he
All
cooks.
right,
Everyone
sweet.
in my family cooks, so I really wasn't drawn. And my ex husband cooks too, so I was good on cooking. He
Well,
was
like
a
I
chef.
said, once you get settled and I get that offset, because we spoke about catering for your mom's birthday, and I
Right,
said, man,
right.
I didn't have the equipment, I didn't have the pit. Uh, but once I get settled, these videos that I'm gonna do, I mean, they're gonna be, I'm gonna start like everybody watching these videos are novice to
Okay,
offset cooking.
Mhm.
So
okay.
they're going to be basic beginner level, and then I'm just going to work our way up. So
That
you're
would
going to
be for
want to
me.
you're going to want to follow these because they're going to be legit. Yeah, they're
Okay.
going to be absolutely legit.
I'm gonna post some of these
Yeah.
videos. What I'm gonna try to do is start with chicken or something real
Oh,
easy.
oh, absolutely. And you've watched some of our videos.
I have.
And I mean, all that's already on our YouTube channel, folks.
Yeah.
Mama and Papa Joe's Barbecue. All that's already on our YouTube channel. Neil, I was just getting ready to ask you. So right now, you just started a second YouTube channel.
Right.
I mean, it might be 2 weeks old. What is that all about? And what is this new venture?
I am taking a turn. I'm just kind of a different career. I'm um, I'm doing voiceover work and
Oh,
audio
nice.
branding. Um, my thing is I'm trying to create my own brand where I'm doing voiceovers for the food industry, beverages, and travel.
Okay.
So because those are all the things that I love.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm going to do, if anybody has is doing whether it's promotion stuff or social media posts and they want a voiceover on that. It could be training videos or anything like that, or e-learning and all that kind of stuff, because you have to train the people who work in the restaurant. You can sit them down and put them in a video. You got to have somebody talking on there, to keep people interested. I'll do that. Tourism, hotels, all that kind of stuff. That's where my focus is gonna be. So I'm just using my voice.
I'm gonna need a
Just
G Train drop. Jamming with G Train.
you let me
I'm gonna
know.
need a drop.
We'll talk offline. Jamming with G Train.
Oh, hey. Oh, that sounds good right there.
There we
And
go.
dude,
See?
this live stream was started simply as a means, man, of keeping in touch with folks, and further spreading our brand and sharing a little bit of knowledge that I have. But I've had a number of different. I've had some cook-offs and
Mhm.
some a business reach out about trying to advertise on here. And as I move around social media, I've gone to other streams or podcasts, and I hear where they do introductions with voiceovers and the
Mhm.
special kick in, and it really sounds good, sounds awesome, sounds so professional.
Mhm.
I'm a novice to this. I'm still
Mhm.
learning. I can barely bring a picture into this stream. I can barely bring a video into this stream. So I've got a ways to go. But man, at some point when I really get a handle on what's going on, I'm gonna hire you, man, to do a couple of voiceovers and see if
Sure,
we can't kick this thing up a notch, man.
sure. Happy to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're chilling with
Yeah.
Mama and Papa
Oh
Joe.
my goodness. Yeah.
Hey, let's eat.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that happen, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
at some point. All right. So you're not doing the voiceovers, man.
Mhm.
And you mentioned that there are no other no plans currently to do any more restaurant work, man.
No, my wife said, if you want to,
Yeah,
if you go,
yeah.
maybe you could start selling a few racks of ribs here and there. Maybe we get to, if you get another pit, maybe we'll, do a pop up every now and then or something like that. But no, no, I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah. No,
I don't have, I don't have any big
I
plans.
totally understand. What
What
about
I,
comp? What
what I'd
about
like,
comp?
no,
No?
competition's over. I mean, I'll judge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
If somebody wants to hire me to MC the awards or something like that, I'd be happy to do it. But
yeah, yeah.
I just got the competition got old. Like I said, I got tired of having 6 people tell me my food is bad when I got 1,000 people telling me it's good.
You know,
Yeah.
we're mom and I are we're kind of in the same boat. You know, we don't enjoy cook-offs the way we used to in the past.
Because the
I don't.
cook-offs aren't the same.
Yeah, I don't think I will ever completely leave the cook-off scene.
Mhm.
But right now, mom and I are going to be a much lesser presence.
Mm.
You know, to date, normally at this point in the summer, we've got upwards of 20 cook-offs under our belts at this point during the summer. This year we've got 4. You know, this year we've got 4. So we're going to cook our favorite cook-offs, and I can see us every year, man, maybe 5 to 10, maybe 5 to 10. Glenda, what are you sipping on? What do you drink? Yeah.
I guess too much, obviously.
She's sipping some happy juice. That's what it is.
What do you sip on?
It's strawberry margarita.
Strawberry
That's really
margarita.
not my drink of choice. My brother just happened to bring it to me. I like peach vodka.
Okay, all right. I've never had the peach vodka, but I like regular straight vodka. Tito's
Yeah.
one of my favorite. Yeah.
I like someone
Absolutely.
introduced me to Rain vodka here in Texas. I've never seen it's a beautiful bottle too.
No, I've never had Rain. I've got mom and I have a bit of a relationship with Tito's. So
Yes.
we've always got Tito's in the house, so I've never felt the need to go anyplace else. So I've never had Rain. But I'll be on the lookout. Yeah, I'll be on the lookout.
My cousin's from East Texas, where I'll be at the August 7th. I'll be in East Texas with my family, where my
All right.
family's from Carthage.
All right, that is awesome, man.
That's in the country.
You just call out a whole. You just say
I'ma
you
be
just
out there
saying
running
words
from
now.
some-
It's
I'm
not
gonna
even
be
real
out there
city.
running from some bugs out there.
Ain't even a real
Oh yeah.
city.
Hey, sleeper, mama put it down with that mac and cheese, that seafood mac and cheese. And a seafood mac and cheese is a meal in itself, man.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
A meal in itself. If you haven't yet, if you
Gotta
haven't
have some
checked
of
out
that.
that video, you want to see it. I mean, we're talking shrimp, scallops, crab meat in that seafood mac and cheese. So creamy. Oh my goodness. And then I grilled some salmon on the side, man. It
Oh
overkill. Yeah, it was money. Yeah,
I
it
did.
was money.
I did a stuffed turkey leg with the seafood mac and cheese in it.
You deboned it?
Well, no, the left the bone, but you split it open, and then the seafood mac and cheese, like they
On
got
video?
yes, on TikTok.
All right. Yeah, my TikTok game is so weak, man.
Yeah. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, my TikTok game is so weak. Yeah,
y'all can find me. Y'all can find me on TikTok and everything else as Real Big Mister.
All right, my TikTok game is so weak. Sleeper, what's going on, man? Triple B, what is happening, fellas? Good to see y'all in here, man. I know you've been on the road, Triple B. Yeah.
I need to get on the road and come out there to San Antonio.
Dude, I'm telling you, mom and I, we usually try to hit the coast at least once a year, man. So I can see us hitting Galveston before she has to go back to work. She's on summer break. I can see that happening, man. Thank you very much, Firewalker. We appreciate it, man.
Now I've only eaten at one place. Well, I take that back. I ate at 2 places in San Antonio. I ate at Torchy's Tacos, and I ate at 2M Smokehouse.
All right. I haven't eaten at you say Torchy's
Tacos.
Torchy's. I haven't eaten there, but 2M's is legit.
Yes.
And the next
puts it down.
Yeah, the next place you got to go, of course, you got to go to Burnt Bean. You got to go check out Ernest.
Yeah, that's another reason I need to make a trip up that way.
Yeah, and when you do, holler at me, man. We'll make it together.
Now let me tell you something. I actually went to college in Southwest Texas. Well, it's Texas State now.
Yeah, Texas State then. I remember because my football team came from Ohio. in the Division II playoffs, and we put it on them.
Okay, that wasn't there when I was there.
Yeah, we put
Because
it on.
we won the national championship that
Yeah,
year. So.
well,
But after years and years later, I found out where I was. Because the whole time I was there, I had teammates from Luling, Lockhart, New Braunfels, Taylor, Austin, all these places. I never had barbecue.
wow. And you
None
were
of
in the Mecca.
I'm in the Mecca, and
Yeah.
nobody took me for barbecue. I had no idea
Wow.
I still
Yeah.
cussed them out.
Uh-uh.
You were in the Mecca, dude.
Every time I talk to them.
Yeah. And you know, Lockhart today, and this is my opinion, Lockhart staying so close to tradition has kind of fallen off the barbecue radar.
Yeah.
Because you know, this new age, this craft barbecue that you're seeing kind of take over, and they're doing it well.
Yeah.
Is really overshadowing Lockhart. So Lockhart has kind of fallen off, man. Austin is really, really big time. You know, right now the barbecue capital of Texas might be Austin. You know, it used to be Lockhart, but those times are long gone.
Where is Brotherton's?
Is that? Yeah, I know. I don't know much about them, but I want to say that is Houston. I could be wrong, but I want to say Houston. Maybe somebody in the chat know.
Yeah.
All right. We did a video on 2M a month or so ago, man. Pretty nice. Yeah.
I know I want to make a trip out to see Miss Tootsie while she's still there.
Oh, Snow's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snow's Barbecue. Yeah, I haven't been there. Dude, you know, in the past, especially while we were competing, we cooked barbecue so much, man, that
you don't
Mom
want
and
it.
we didn't want to eat it. Yeah. So we haven't. Now that we are cooking it less because we're not competing so much, I can see a taste coming back for it, where I might want to go try out some of these high-end barbecue restaurants.
Yeah, I want to try them and shoot some videos, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I want to do a barbecue crawl.
Yeah, man, that'll be cool. Starving Pig, Darnell, I understand, man. They're keeping it traditional, and don't get me wrong, they've still got their loyal customers. You know, they've got a set group of customers that'll continue, but in terms of that big picture, you know, that national type influence, that national notoriety, Lockhart is not going to get what a Franklin is getting, what a Killins is getting, you know, because what a Burnt Bean because those guys, they've adjusted with the times, man. They're bringing it. You know, their sides are gourmet. You know, they're really doing it. They're thinking outside the box. So nothing wrong with tradition. I'm not knocking it. Yeah, nothing wrong with tradition.
Yeah, I got a buddy. I got a buddy up in Fort Worth I want to go see too.
Okay.
Smokeaholics Barbecue up there in Fort Worth. He was on
heard of him. Yeah.
He was on the top 50 list this year.
Okay. Oh, that's a big deal. Mama said Brotherton's is in Pflugerville.
Okay.
All right.
That's close to me.
Yeah, not very far. I've got a buddy Alton from
Pflugerville is over by where that dog is.
Oh. yeah, you make a left at the tree. Yeah.
You gonna see a cat? You gonna see a cactus? Don't turn there.
Yeah. What an interesting name. Yeah. What an interesting name.
Texas got
folks,
a bunch
man, evening is coming to an end.
That sounds good, Alicia. A barbecue crawl. She has my vote.
It is something that I would love to do, man, with a group of people.
Yeah, they're fun.
It is something I would love to do with a group of people. That would be
now.
Awesome.
There's this one place I tried, being new to Texas, and I was just excited because barbecued. You know, I was shopping in Walmart, and I didn't know the area, so I Google and I read Yelp reviews and everything. So Yelp reviews are important, people. I follow them. So it was a barbecue place like less than a mile away from the Walmart I was at. So I said, okay, let me go grab a brisket sandwich. Went to the drive-through. There was a car in the drive-through. I think there was 2 cars. So I got up there, got my brisket sandwich pretty quick. And so I was hungry. I pulled right over in the parking lot. I'm just gonna take a bite because shopping.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I was doing that, but I took one bite and threw it away.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're kidding me, right?" That was the worst brisket sandwich, and I've seen other locations, and I'm like, he has more locations.
Oh,
I hope
this is a
that
chain barbecue.
huh?
This is a chain barbecue restaurant.
Yes, I've seen other.
Yeah. I'm not gonna ask the name, but I kind of have ideas. Yeah, I'm
I
not
can
gonna
give
ask.
some initials. It's a first and maybe a last name. I don't know. I don't know. It might be 2 first names, but
Yeah.
I don't even think I'm gonna give him a second try.
Yeah. Nah.
I don't think so.
Starving Pig, my channel is Real Big Mister, and the one I do for voiceover is Hospitable Vox, VOX.
Man, I should have pulled those up in advance. I don't know how to do it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have had those in here. Yeah.
I also got another buddy up in here in Texas. I've been meaning to get up and visit. I don't. You guys have seen him, Kevin Bloodsoe.
Yeah. I've seen him. I haven't eaten there.
Yeah, he's he had
Bomb brisket. Wow.
Yeah, because
he's in the Proud Bird.
Yeah, he's in the Proud Bird, and plus he still got he closed the one in Compton, right?
Yeah, he's in Hollywood. He went Hollywood.
Yeah, he's got the one in up there on La Brea, and then he's got the place. He's got a place in Australia.
Wow! Wow!
I say I want to do what he does, because what he's doing is he's licensing his name and process. So all in place, he don't even go cook anymore. He just get a check. I say I want to do what he's doing.
Yeah, his brisket is good.
He's doing it TV. He's just put out a book.
Yeah.
So I say
I have a lot of friends that know him because he's from Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good dude. Really good dude. I say you my hero, man.
Yeah.
No, and whoever wrote in the comments must have been Arby's, and no, it wasn't Arby's.
I didn't think it was Arby's.
I think that was a shot at me because I did that Arby's commercial.
I'm pretty sure Arby's was better.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
The barbecue sauce, it tastes like a tomato paste. I'm like, maybe I caught him on a bad day. I don't even know if I should give him a second chance.
I'm not the one. My man,
I'm gonna go on Yelp and read the reviews again. I missed something.
My man Burnt Ends is asking a great question. Is the comp world where you make a name for yourself before opening a restaurant? What are my thoughts?
No.
Neil, I'll let you go first.
I say no. Because the people that you want in your customers more than likely don't go to competitions. Competition, unless a competition is a part of a festival or something like that, regular people just don't go. It has to be they need to be tied to some other event to get a crowd there. So no, social media is a big way to get yourself set up.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth. But you have to kind of be careful of that, because people. Let me tell you, the best barbecue in the world is free barbecue. People will give you great. They will give you great reviews
about all the time, man. Something we talk about all the time. Great reviews.
Because it's free.
Oh, family and friends. Great reviews. They'll set you up for failure. Oh, you need to sell this.
Oh yeah. Okay. Next time you come over, it's $5.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't paying for that.
Burnt Ends. I think comp is an avenue to get you out there. Comps is an avenue. Now, when I say comps as an avenue, you are going to have to be one of the better comp cooks to put your name out there. if you're cooking comps and not doing much, nobody's gonna know who you are.
Mhm.
So yes, comps can be an avenue to develop a brand. Uh, I think better than comps is, like Neil said, the pop-ups,
Mhm.
the county fairs. Any chance you get, man, to vend your barbecue, you want to be out there with a banner, with flyers, business cards, you know. And if people at that event are enjoying your barbecue, they will begin to know who Burnt Ends is. So I think that is even better than competition, because not everybody is going to do well at comps, you know. So you're not going to get your name out there necessarily. But yeah, comps is an avenue, and it's a pretty good avenue if you're doing well at competitions. I'm here to tell you that it really cuts at me, man, where people after every cook-off are coming to our camp, you know, where's your restaurant? And I'm like, oh, we don't have a restaurant, you know, we don't have this. Uh, I'm respond daily. I respond to not emails, messages on my Mom and Papa Joe fan page, you know. I've been looking for your restaurant and I can't find it. What's the address? And I'm like, man, you know, we don't have a restaurant, the whole 9 yards, because a lot of what we do, we come across as a restaurant. But there are different avenues, man. Whichever you choose, just go all out. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. I don't know how to get in. I don't have a place to type in the chat here. Somebody was asking what my it's Real Big Mister. It's Real Bigmista, all one word, and it's the same across all social media.
All right, he's got it right there.
And he said Real Big
All
Mister.
one
Mister.
word, Darnell.
It's
Yeah.
Mista, Mista, not
Oh,
ER.
Mista.
Not
Yeah, Mista. Yeah. Yes, sir.
No, it's Real Big Mister, because there is a Big Mister that's a
Oh,
rapper.
I'm just spelling Mister for him because he's putting TER.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, there's a Big Mister that's a rapper, and we talked about it. We said no, we're not getting in no fight about it because it's two totally different things.
Yeah.
So your crowd don't know nothing about my crowd.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so,
But that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I told you earlier,
Mhm.
I did not know you had that first YouTube channel because it just never came across on any of my social media.
Mhm.
But I do now, and I'm subscribed to both. So looking forward to some quality content, man. And at some point, you and I are going to talk a collab.
Yes.
I'm going to force you to pull out one of those pits. And
Yay.
yeah, and I say pits, but man, we cook on our channel in so many different ways, you know, stovetop ovens.
Mhm.
The majority of our cooks are on barbecue pits. But I feel comfortable doing whatever. You know, I watched that oxtail video.
Oh yeah.
One
I
of the
did too.
I'm an oxtail fan.
Wow.
We've got several videos. Uh, so at some point, man, you and I are going to sit down and we're going to talk collab and see what we can put together to grow these channels.
Yeah.
Are barbecued oxtails good?
Yeah.
They are,
Well,
but man, I like mine stewed /
yeah.
braised.
That's
As
what I
opposed,
did. I smoked them
yeah,
first and then
yeah,
braised them.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So, you know, tradition with people that talk barbecue oxtail, they talk about just cooking them on the pit. I don't think they're as good because, man, you need that braising to
Yeah.
really break down that tough piece of meat,
Right.
and to really render all that fat and collagen and everything else to make it palatable. So
Okay.
I don't think the straight up smoked and barbecued is all it's cracked up to be compared to the braised, smoked and then braised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah,
I
so
must say,
that yeah,
the oxtails are definitely cheaper here than California.
Yeah, I
man.
read.
Oh, well, but I can only imagine what they cost in California because every time I go to the store and I look at them, I'm like, damn,
Uh,
these are
uh,
expensive.
I've had it
uh,
twice since I've been here.
Yeah,
I've
okay,
had it twice.
okay.
a friend of mine found a market where you can get them for $3.99.
What?
$3.99 a pound.
Wow,
$3.99. I said, okay.
dude, I'd
Every
have bought.
every every time you
Yeah,
go, you need to let me know.
I would have bought them out of stock. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I would have bought them out of stock. So there's the channel, folks. If you haven't, if you're interested, go there and take a look.
Mm.
Yeah, go there and take a look. Triple B, I know you need some rest, man. Folks, I and you guys in the chat know that normally I keep this man an hour, 10 minutes. But we've had two awesome guests, some great conversation.
Ain't no
I
guess no
want
more. We family.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
know,
We're
right?
family, man.
Mhm.
And we're gonna break bread at some point. I would love Mom and I would love to hang out with you guys, man, at some place. Let's see if we can't put together something in Galveston, man. Maybe we'll bring one of your little small portable karaoke machines. We'll do a live, and I'll show these folks how Papa Joe got some pipes.
Go ahead. All
Yeah.
right.
I was kind of hearing. I don't hear accent, and you know, I was
Man,
wondering about that
how many
accent.
years ago was that? That's a long
Yes.
time ago, you know.
Uh huh.
And
That's showing how long I've known you. You had
yeah,
an accent.
and folks, this like I said, this was back in the 70s. I still had a little bit of my Belizean accent, and which at times it comes out based on how much of this uh, I've uh, I've imbibed. It still comes
Mm.
out every now and again. Mama will remind me. So I just heard that accent, but yeah, way back then, man, that was pretty cool. But wasn't that awesome, folks? I grew up uh, uh, between Normandy and Western. If you watch Friday, you remember that line? This is what we call a little twin around here between Normandy and West. Well, I grew up between Normandy and Western, 84th Street. Glenda lived on the opposite side of Normandy.
Yes,
And man, we had awesome times running around, talking trash, and hanging out. So,
that was
uh,
good times.
yeah, it
Definitely.
definitely was, folks. If you guys have any last minute thing, man, Neil, you got anything you want to plug? Anything
No,
I
like I
haven't
said,
touched
folks are looking
on?
for voice. If folks are looking for voiceovers, check me out. I have a website, hospitablevox.com. Outside of that, check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Real Big Mister, and Hospitable Vox, both of them. I'd
Yes,
love to entertain y'all. Maybe we need
and
to get together. I'd like to make you some jambalaya.
yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Hey, Glenda, once
Yes,
you
sir.
get up and running, I want to have you back on the show, man. And
Definitely.
we'll talk karaoke. So,
Definitely.
ladies and gentlemen out there, I want to thank you guys once again for hanging out with Mama and Papa Joe, man. We appreciate your support. Be on the lookout for another hot video coming out tomorrow. Mama and I did Mama, what did we cook? What video is tomorrow? Good gracious. What video is dropping tomorrow? Give me a hot second. I don't even know.
We
Yeah.
cook some stuff in the thing.
Yeah. We've got another good video coming out
Mm.
tomorrow. Oh, we do some inside skirt pinwheels.
Ooh.
Inside skirt pinwheels
Okay.
coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that one. Next week, Mom and I are going to be in North Dakota.
Oh.
We're going to be at a Shields event as representing Traeger. And at the Shields event, we were invited last year, and we were invited back this year. We
Nice.
get to teach the employees of the Shields Sports Academy. They're like a sports academy except on steroids. I mean, they're massive. But we'll be there along with some other quality cooks from across America, teaching the Shields employees everything to know about the grills that Shield sells. So we're going to have one video next week. Not sure we're going to have a second one because of the travel, but we're still hoping, we're still planning on doing a live stream next week. So once again, I want to thank Glenda. I want to thank Neil, man, for hanging out with us. I want to thank
Thanks for
all you
having me.
guys. Yes, ma'am. Thank all you guys for watching with the screw up to start. Thanks for hanging out. And I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you.
You've been chilling with Mama and Papa Joe.
My man. Hey, hang around, guys.
Thank you.
Don't go